We back at it again, man. We back at it again, live streaming, man. I'm gonna let some people tap in, kick in before we start this live. Tap in, tap in. We right back live. Tap in, man. Tap in, man. Like, share, comment on this live, man. We twitching. Make sure y'all go subscribe to the Twitch. Go subscribe to the Twitch. We live, man. Let's get 10, 15, 20 people in here. And I'm going to go ahead and, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all go subscribe to the Twitch, man. King Hustle Live right now. Make sure y'all go subscribe to the Twitch right now. King Hustle Live. Let's get 15, 20 people in here. Like, share, comment this live. Share. Comment, engage. We get 10 to 15, 20 people in here. I'm going to go when we start the video. $10 to 15 people in here. Like, share, comment on this live. We live on Twitch right now. We live on YouTube right now. $10 to 15 people, man. $15, 20 people. Make sure y'all engage and comment. What city or state y'all in? Tap in. Tap in, man. Kevin, what it do? Braves Mob, what it do? Tap in. Get your shout out right now. I'll do shout outs in the beginning of all videos. Don't miss out your shout out. Big Tips, what it do? Grand Rapids, Michigan, what it do? Stand up. Tap in. 15 to 20 people. We're gonna start this video. Memphis, stand up. Make sure y'all go follow the Twitch right now. I'm doing giveaways and all that. Y'all go follow the Twitch right now. $15, 20 people in here. Come on. I'm going to start the video. Comment. Drop them states. Drop them states. Come on. How to scam a $50,000 credit card. Y'all want to learn? Y'all want to know it? Here you go. About to drop some gems for y'all. 15. Come on. 2 more people. We need two more people. 2 to 7 more people. Come on, y'all. 15, 20 people. Come on. Let's get these 15 to 20 people in here, man. Make sure y'all subscribing to the Twitch, man.
Doing no work.
You might have to take notes on this bitch. Yo, Famous and Wealthy Podcast, man. Today we got a special guest, my boy Darius Benders, man. What's going on, my boy?
Coolin', man. How you feeling?
And I'm feeling good, man. Hey, man, I've been seeing you and Dion on the challenge game, man. Let us know a little bit about what's going on.
Yes, sir. So we've been locking in, man. You know, everybody talk about new year, new me. So
Okay.
me and my guy came together. We're gonna put together a 5-day live mentorship challenge where we're gonna be teaching people how to get their credit in order, how to get funding, and then how to run up a sack. Because a lot of people talking about how to get the funding, but what I'm showing people now is how to make money 6 figures part time with a funding company. So now you can turn around and leverage your credit to create cash flow. 'Cause a lot of people don't know what to do when they get the money, and if you
Exactly.
don't know what to do, you don't got a plan, a mentor, or a coach, whatever, you probably gonna fumble it. So that's gonna be the emphasis on this.
Yeah. So,
Yes,
what
sir.
made you get into like credit, funding, and stuff like that?
Man, it was a pandemic, bro. During the pandemic, I was in the nightlife before, so I used to be a promoter back in Boston, Massachusetts, where I'm from.
Yeah.
And pandemic, everything shut down. So I was at a point where I didn't really have a way to make money, and I don't like being broke. Like, I don't like
Exactly.
feeling like no money coming in. So I really was in a place where I was trying different things. I tried like drop shipping, Facebook.
Cartoon
I
Teeth.
tried all these
Charlotte,
crazy
North
projects,
Carolina,
but I
stand
didn't
up.
have
Navy
nobody to kind of
blue.
guide me. I was trying on my
You
own. So I went
too
to a
funny.
conference, and
I
I didn't
hate
really have a
cartoon
niche, but
teeth.
there was a whole bunch of people talking credit, funding, online business, tarot, you name it, people was talking it. And I'm like, people look like they getting some money, and I know that I'm a type of person. I ain't gonna sit on my ass. So I was like, I gotta try something new because what I'm doing right now ain't working. So from that
Right.
conference, I met some people, started shaking hands. We started mastermind, hopping on Zooms. It was giving me game. I was giving them the little bit I knew from the nightlife, like in terms of how to market, get people, drive traffic and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And from there, I went out, I got $167,000 in funding in
Damn.
47 days. And then I started creating cash through
Go
different
subscribe to the
businesses like
Twitch. Go
Turo.
subscribe to the
And then I
Twitch
got
right
into building a
now.
funding company. And the
Mm.
way the funding company work is I get someone funded, I don't charge nothing up front, but I get 10% on the back. My
Smart.
first payout was only 5K. Second one was 13,000, and it just kept growing and growing. Then people ask me, well, how do you do that? Can you show me how?
Right.
Yeah.
So, as far as anybody that's watching right now, how important it is to get in the right rooms with the right mentors.
Man, let me tell y'all something. 2 years ago, I was at my mom's crib. I had moved out, then I had to
Hope y'all
move
paying
back in
attention.
because, like I said, pandemic came, money wasn't really coming in.
Yeah.
2 years later, we're doing 7-figure years now, and it's only because I got in the room. The people I met, the people I shake hands with now, get to, we chop it up, we build. I wouldn't have been able to meet these people and start locking in with these people if it wasn't for getting in the room. So anybody who's not in the room, like you can only grow to what you're exposed to. So I'm from around the way. Everyone got the same mentality. Go get a good job, right? Oh, you trying the business, man. You keep doing that business. Come work for the MBTA or come work at the bus or whatever it may be. And people got what I call small thinking, and you can't grow from that, right? So I'll tell anybody, man, the most important thing you could do is get in the room and get a mentor because those are the only ways. If you think about it, those are the only real ways you're gonna get out your situation.
Exactly.
You're not gonna figure out yourself how to go make 7 figures. Most people don't even figure out themselves how to go make 500,000 because you're gonna try all these things, nothing's gonna work. You're gonna go frustrated, then you're gonna go right back to what everybody else telling you to do. So whatever you do, get in the room.
Right. 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 Man, I just want to know one thing. Like, as far as when it comes to people that DM you,
Mm-hmm.
like they DM me, that don't like to take risks, what do you got to say to people like that?
I say if you don't take risks, you always gonna work for somebody who do. I never met a
Facts.
person who was really, really getting to it who didn't take risks. I'm
Right.
still taking risks every single day because you know how it go, bro. If you play small, you stay small. Like we was just talking about spending money on our business to get in front of more people because business is predicate on getting more clients. So if you don't got people to get in front of, how you gonna make money? So I always say this: you can make excuses or you can make results, but you can't have both. So you're gonna have to
Can't
be able
have
to take
both.
risks at some point.
Right. What's the most money you made in a month off of doing it? What you do?
$236,000. We did that in
Wow.
November, and we only spent 25,000 on ads. But then our team expenses probably total like 40,000 to make 236.
Was it hard to like run the ads, or you hired a company?
No, we have an in-house ads team.
Oh,
So
okay.
for first, what we did was we hired an agency. But the thing with that is they have a whole bunch of customers, so they don't really care about your business as much. So then what we did was we brought someone in-house,
Right.
so now they can kind of focus on our stuff to be able to really see what's working, what's not working, and how can we optimize. So now they with us.
If I wanted mentorship right now and I'm watching, what would you charge for mentorship?
They can spend 5 days with me for only $47. Well, I'm gonna show them how to clean their credit, build their credit, go out and get funding. 5 days, only $47.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you can't beat that because a lot of guys out here charging the bag. So,
Exactly.
yeah.
So if people want my higher level stuff, we got a $30,000 inner circle, and then I got a
Yeah.
$50,000 mastermind. But what I tell people is start and build. So make sure start low, come see if you like it. I'm a person like I'm transparent. If I don't give you the bag
2,500
for
with
your
me,
seven
I'll get you
dollars, don't
together.
shop with me. But I know if you spend 5 days with me, you're going to want to accelerate and grow with me because like I got students doing $50,000 a month. I got a student who just locked in, and we teach people how to build funding businesses. And only his second month, he did $22,000. Mind you, he working a corporate job, which is why I tell people this is a business that you don't gotta be full time. You can literally work your job or you can have another business and just adding funding to it because who don't want money, right?
Right.
So I always say, people be like, oh, if you want people to like you, go sell ice cream. I say, nah, you want people to like you, start a funding company. Nobody tells you no. And essentially we're selling money. So you're not going to hear a lot of no's. It's easy.
Right. What keeps you so disciplined?
Um, what keeps me so disciplined is I'm super competitive, bro. Like I
Yeah.
come from a sports background, and just being from the neighborhood, a lot of people when I was coming up told me like you're doing too much. People be like, yeah, you
People
always,
just be hating.
trying to do stuff. Cause I've been an entrepreneur since I was in middle school. I was a dude. I had two lockers. I used to sell candy and sneakers out the one locker in the
Yeah.
school. So I always had that. And my pops, he was an entrepreneur. But just people telling me I can't do things, right? Because where I'm from, there's not really many people who's like running seven-figure companies or not many people who've been able to do things we've been able to do. So just me like continue to push the envelope. And my thing is like I want to see how big can I take this thing? Like how much can I really accomplish? You feel me?
Yeah. See, I deal with a lot of entrepreneurs, and a lot of them are successful, but a lot of them, they can't get over the hump of like the relationship stuff, like
Mm,
girlfriend problems and
yeah.
stuff. Like, are you married right now?
No, I'm not married. I'm actually single right now.
So do you have any problems with like with women, like getting over that hump? Like, how these guys that I meet all the time, I mentor a lot of guys, and this is like they be a lot of women problems, bro. Like, how do you feel about that? Like going,
So this is my thing. I,
yeah,
I don't tell nobody how to deal with women because I know everybody got their own school. But
yeah,
for me, when I was broke, like in terms of women, I never put a woman before the money because I understand that if I could focus and get you the money, you lessen your woman problems, right? So a lot of people the problem they have is they're trying to go all in on both things, right? They're trying to, oh, I'm trying to, Shorty's getting me out of my element to where I can't focus, but then they're trying to grow this business. So at the time when you're trying to figure this thing out, I feel like you should be locked in and focused. And then if you solve your money
Y'all
problems,
hear
you
that
solve your
right?
woman problems, right?
yeah,
And my thing is, if it works for you, it works for you. But I really been on focus mode, just trying to get to that next level.
yeah, same. I feel like if I'm trying to get to the next level, I feel like I should focus on the bag first and then
Exactly.
worry about the woman
Exactly.
later. You know what I mean? Because
Absolutely.
I feel like a lot of guys, when they do focus on the woman and they lose the bag, they feel like that's when they get into suicidal,
Exactly.
thoughts and stuff like that. Because they be like, damn, I lost everything. Then she left as well, or
So you
something like
lost your
that.
resources, your money, and
Yeah,
your shorty, right?
yeah,
Because if you had it figured out and you had a set income coming in, it'd be a little easier because now you're not as stressed about the money.
right, right. So for somebody that's trying to get into that 5 day challenge you guys have, right? Um, how much time do they need? Like, because some people might click and say, okay, well, it might take a lot of time, or like, how much time or do is it an all day thing they can do, or like how do it work as far as if I want to sign up for the 5 day challenge,
Got you. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna coach you 5 days straight,
right?
2.5 hours a day. So in the morning times we're gonna get your mind right because as
Right?
you know, money is a mindset thing, right? If you
Yep.
ain't got the mindset, you're not gonna get no money. Second thing we're gonna do is for people who buy their VIP tickets, we're gonna do Q&A for an hour. So they're gonna get to come up, they're gonna get to ask me a question every day, right? And I'm gonna answer it, give them the sauce that they need to get to their next level. We're gonna do that for an hour. Then the second hour is gonna be teaching them. So we're gonna be doing live funding too. So last time we did
Oh,
this
live
event,
funding. All
we
right.
did live funding. We funded $3.2 million.
Damn.
So I know somebody might be like, well, how he do live funding on a call? So we work with pre-approval banks. So you know about
Yeah,
pre-approval.
yeah.
So what they're gonna do is they're gonna allow you to see if you have an offer right before getting a hard inquiry, and you can accept it and take the offer if you want. For example, you could go check out some places like Dover Credit Union. You got Nassau Credit Union. You got Truist. All of these have pre-approvals to let you know if you got money. So we got people literally leaving the challenge up 50, 60, $70,000 in funding, which allows them to go out and grow their business or take advantage of the opportunity to rock with us. Another thing we're gonna do is we're gonna teach people how to sell because a lot of people in business they just don't understand. It's literally about making more offers. So people be like, "I'm not making money." Well, you're not making more money because you're not telling people about your offer. Every time I see you,
Is
you're
y'all
letting people know,
listening?
"Yo, I got this
Tap
deal.
in, like,
Let me
share,
tap
comment,
in." I'm not
subscribe.
saying people
Subscribe
don't
to the
understand
Twitch.
how money
Tap
works. So
in.
we're gonna teach them how to properly sell to be able to make more money, and then we're gonna go over some marketing. Right? I
Right.
feel like in the online space, if they don't know you, they can't flow you. Right? So you gotta
Yeah.
learn how to get in front of from the people. We talk about leveraging other people's audience. We're gonna teach them how to leverage shout out pages. We're gonna teach them how to create organic content, right? Teach them how to properly use lifestyle content. All these things that are gonna attract more leads in their business.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So what's the most money you think you spent on ads?
Most money was last month. Last month I spent about $87,000.
Wow.
Yeah, on ads, yeah.
But 87,000 made what?
87,000 made 223.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, it's decent. It's like a 2.75x return, almost 3x return. Yeah.
Yeah.
So just trying to figure out now how do we make that better, right? So in our business, I tell people like the biggest thing is knowing the data. Most people just they'll spend money, but they don't know where it's coming from or how it's coming. And my first year in business, that's something that we struggle with. But what I learned is if you know I put $1 in it and I can get 3 back, well, hell, I could spend 10 and go get 30. I can spend 30, get 90, and so forth. But you got to know where your money
Comment
is
them
coming
states.
from. Like, for
Comment them
example, if you're doing
states. Tap
ads
in.
or you doing blogs, you got to track that. Where's the money coming from? So we use something called Hyros, right? Hyros is a software that allows us to see where all the paying customers' journey was. So I could see if somebody been to 7 of my free classes, then they bought my ebook before they actually made the purchase to my 10K program, right? I could see if they went to buy my course and then leveled up. I can see every single thing. So it allows me and my team to make better decisions for our marketing strategy for going forward, which lessens the amount that we spend to acquire a customer.
Do you believe that moving out of your hometown could make you rich?
100%. I moved to Atlanta 2.5 years ago. I came straight from my mom's crib. So I tell people the thing is, it's not the fact of just moving out of your hometown. It's literally getting uncomfortable. It's literally going somewhere where people see you different. It's literally going somewhere where you don't have to worry about what people think of you, right? Like I come from a place where entrepreneurship, yeah, we got entrepreneurs, of course, but it's not how it is in
Tap
Atlanta.
in.
Like
Tap
people
in.
not really going crazy like that, or it's not something that we make a big deal of. In Atlanta, every weekend we doing a mastermind. Or we just
Yeah,
pull up to the crib, talk
for
money.
sure.
Like we talk about what credit cards work, and like I just gave one of my mans a play, showing how he could go get 5 American Express cards on one inquiry. Right, he just went
Damn.
out and he got $120,000 just from American Express. Right,
What?
yeah. So these are conversations that we'll have. I tell if you want to make a lot of money, you got to have a 6 or 7 figure conversation every single day.
No
I'm
cap.
talking about a person can't call me right now to gossip. A person can't call
Yeah,
me to talk
exactly.
about what happened in the
Drama.
game. None of that,
Yeah.
right?
Facts.
Because that's how you're gonna get to your destination.
You feel like a lot of people just basically is stuck on just trying to be entertained versus, you know
Exactly.
what I mean, learning about business.
100%. There's
Yeah.
consumers and then there's producers. You gotta ask yourself if a person's scrolling on IG all day, but they're not posting and they're not posting specifically to monetize, then they are a consumer. If you're a consumer, you're not making money. So you're either
Right.
gonna sell or you're gonna be sold to. Now, there's nothing wrong with being sold to if it makes you more money. For example, I spend money to get information. I spend money to get in rooms
Same.
because it brings me back a sack. But I'm not on IG just scrolling all day. Or if I am scrolling, I'm making sure that I'm posting 2 to 3 times more than I scroll. So I tell people you got to decide which one you are. People come to me all the time, man, I'm scared to post. What they gonna think? It don't matter. Go put out
Right.
your message so people can understand that you have value to give out to people, so people can pay you.
Also, it's the thing about when people be worried about what people think, they don't make it far either because you cannot worry. People always gonna hate on you.
That's a fact.
So it's like if you're worried about what people think, then you might as well don't even never get on the internet.
Facts.
Because as soon as you start doing good, you're gonna go get a car, a nice home, a girl, whatever.
Yep.
They're gonna hate on all of it
That's
for
a
some
fact.
reason. It's like I done learned, I done learned how to take it and like pour more fire on the hate.
Yes.
Like you know what? Long as it can get me views and make me more money off of what I'm doing, I'm gonna do
Good.
it. You
Absolutely.
know what I mean?
They gonna hate whether you broke or whether you up, so you
Yeah.
might as well go get up. Now
Yeah.
that's a fact.
What's the goals for 2025?
2025, man, we're trying to make 10 mil, bro. That's my goal this year.
Sure.
Planned out the year already. And honestly, it's really about, we got a, like I call a well-oiled machine. So like I just told you, I know when we spend this, we're going to get this. So for me, it's about spending more this year. And even me and you talked before, like, how can I spend more money to get in front of more people to help get out this information I know people need? So we're just helping a lot of people, man, run their funding companies. I've created 33 six-figure business owners now. Like I said, we just looking to help people scale and get to that next level. And it's the way. A lot of people think it's just about, I know last time we talked, it was about 0% interest business funding. But now we teaching people how to get people approved with bad credit, not so good credit, and good credit, right? So, for example, if somebody got bad credit, a lot of times it'd be because of their utilization. But one of my students last month, out of the 41,000 he made, 20,000 of it was from getting people debt consolidation loans to pay down their credit cards. So that's a hack. So if someone out there got high utilization, right, what we can do is we can go get them a personal loan, a place like SoFi, upstart, upgrade. Now what happens is we get them the loan. They use the loan to pay down their credit card utilization under 10%. And now we can go to the business side and get them another sack. So now we got paid off what we got them on the personal side. And then we come back and we could go to a Chase or Wells Fargo, go get them a business credit card or a line of credit. And now we got paid twice on one client. Yeah.
Wow. So let's say if you got a credit score of 720 and you got personal credit cards up to like 20,000, you saying that you can switch over to business even if it's a new business and still get them big
Absolutely.
funding?
Yeah, absolutely. Brand new LLC. The banks care about your credit profile. That's first and foremost.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people think credit score, but it's really about that profile. So once that's strong, we can go as a brand new LLC, go get 150, 200,000 on a brand new corp. For example, I'll even give out a funding sequence. Give
Okay.
us a game.
Yeah, good.
So if y'all are looking at funding sequence from scratch, and what that is means, people talk about credit card stacking. How do I maximize the amount of funding I get in a short period of time? Y'all can go starting with Experian, right? You can go get the Navy Fed business credit card. You can go get American Express, 5 business credit cards I just told you about, and then we could go to Bank of America and we could get 2 business credit cards with only 1 inquiry. So now I just got 8 business credit cards that pull from Experian, and I only got those 3 inquiries. Right, so if we only got $10,000 on each card, we're talking about 80,000 minimum. Then I could go to TransUnion. Right, for TransUnion banks, it's a hack. Anyone who's out there, you could go to Google and you could type in Elon Financial Bank in my area. Put your zip code in it. What'll happen is all the banks, the smaller institutes that are powered by Elon Financial, they'll come up. All of those banks have a 0% for 6 months credit card up to 25, 30,000, and then they have a 0% for 18 months, which is a year and a half. Right, so you can go get 2 of those in 90 days. All right, it's only gonna be it's gonna be 2 inquiries. The
Tap
next
in,
way we
tap
can run
in.
on there is
Subscribe to the
for
Twitch, King
TransUnion
Hustle
is
Live.
we can run
Subscribe to
U.S.
the
Bank.
YouTube,
It's gonna
King
be
Hustle
0%
Live.
interest for 15
Milwaukee
months.
made King
So
Hustle.
now we got
Subscribe to all of
two
them.
business credit cards that pull from TransUnion. We had 10 credit cards total. Then we can go to Equifax. You can go to Truist Bank. You can get you business credit cards, 0% interest for 9 months. Right. You can also go to Key Bank, which is a bank up north. They are a regional bank, which means they're not in all 50 states. But if you are in a state where there's a Key Bank, they're gonna give you out a bag. You can get up to $50,000 on their no doc line of credit, and then you can go to Citizens Bank, which is also a regional bank. And if y'all run that whole sequence I gave y'all, you're looking at easily 150 to 250,000.
So, do you have to open up a banking account with them banks first?
So what I recommend, you don't need business bank accounts for all. No, what I recommend is opening up at least 2 business bank accounts to start to build that foundational relationship. Because once you go get approved for your first 10, 20,000, what happens is there's something called comparable credit. So the other lenders are typically comparing the limits that you have to those. Now, I always tell people it's better to build a relationship than not to. But if your
I tell
credit
y'all the
is on
same
point,
thing.
you do not need a relationship. Right, but what I would tell you is
I tell y'all
y'all
this all
always
the
want to start
time.
with Chase, right? Because Chase has something called a 524 rule, which means if you got more than 5 business credit cards in a 24-month time span, meaning 2 years, what will happen is they will deny you. All right, and you want to start with them anyway because, like in my program, you get access to a banking relationship manager at Chase. So I give people 50, 75, $85,000 from Chase alone on an income limited card because we have access to those underwriters that are able to help push people through and get those manual higher limits.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's without having an actual personal account, just straight jumping straight to the business.
Straight to the business. Absolutely. Straight to the
Damn,
business.
that's lit.
Yep.
As far as like with the credit cleaning program you do, right? Do you show people step by step how to remove, or you're using like the AI system, or like what, like how you doing it?
Yeah, we're doing AI. So I got m2ficofixers.com,
Okay.
which is the AI software. It's going to essentially establish what accounts are negative. So if somebody got collections late, what you're going to do is you're going to plug in your credit report to the software. And with AI, it's going to let you know which accounts are negative, and it's going to let you why they're negative. And then you're either going to print the letters off and send it into the credit bureaus, or the software. We work with third-party companies who will mail the letters out on your behalf to be able to help clean your credit. And we've been helping people get late payments, repossessions, bankruptcies, collections, all that removed.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
That's decent too.
Yes, sir. So we're gonna building that profile out, and just to give them some context, we talked about cleaning, right? But a lot of people, they think if their credit's clean, they can just go get funding. Cleaning is part of it, but you got to build it. So we're gonna show them step by step how to build it, right? Like, there's something called credit builder accounts, primary
Right.
accounts. And just for people out there who don't know what that is, a primary account is anything that's in your name, right? So if you got an auto loan, student loan, mortgages, credit builder accounts, all these things are reporting are considered primaries. Before we go for business funding, we want at least 10 of those, right? So if y'all don't have any, I'm gonna give y'all some free game. Y'all can go check out Self. You go check out Kickoff. If you've been paying rent, right? There's actually two
reporters.
sites y'all can go check out: Rent Report and Rental Karma. And what that's going to do is not only report every month to the credit bureaus, but it's going to also allow them to backdate, right? So now they're going to be able to get that age, which is going to put them in position faster to be able to qualify for the funding that we just talked about. So that's some ways y'all could go build out that report even quicker. And then if y'all need to get some age on there, right? Maybe you're newer to credit, you can leverage other people, authorized users.
Trade
What I
lines, yeah.
tell people is, yeah, if you're gonna leverage somebody for AU, make sure that it's somebody that you trust. Because if they get a late or whatever, or their credit
Oh
drops,
yeah.
that sucks, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like even with that being said, you can actually get paid for your trade lines.
That's
You know, that's some free game too. A lot of people are like, how can I get paid?
Yep.
You can, if you got a lot of credit cards, you can make a lot of
Got
money.
people, hell
You
yeah,
know what I mean?
absolutely.
But so is that something that you recommend people doing though?
So it depends. So what I tell people is, if you're gonna add people on yours as trade lines, just make sure that you're doing it in increments at first. Because what happens is if you just go add 4, 5, 6 people at once, what can happen is sometimes that could be a red flag, and they could shut down your card or they
Oh
could
shit.
freeze your card. So you want to make sure you're doing it incrementally. What I recommend doing is calling your lender first and letting them know, like, hey, I'm about to add my cousin so and so. Because what
Y'all
happens is
paying
some
attention?
people
Y'all
will hear
taking
that and they'll
notes?
come out the gate. Oh, I'm about to go charge a stack and get 10 people on this, and now you're asked out because your card is frozen. So just make sure you're doing it at a pace.
Right.
Yeah.
So as far as like, I know a lot of people that's watching. It might be probably 5 to 10% that's in the check system. Do you got like sauce on how to get out of that?
Check system, the AI software is gonna allow them to remove themselves from check system. But yeah, I do got an
Oh, damn.
ebook. I got an ebook where we show people how to get out of check systems if they stuck there. So make sure y'all tap
Yeah,
in with me. I got you.
yeah, because a lot of people be inboxing me about that. They be like, "How the hell I get out the check
Yeah,
system?" So
yeah.
yeah, that's
I got some
man, yeah,
sauce on
tap
that.
in with Brody
Yes,
at the
sir.
check system sauce. So as far as business funding with bad credit, like what would people do in that situation?
Absolutely. So most people think that if they got bad credit, they can't go to anything. But we got traditional lending. We talked about 0% interest credit card stacking. But
It's the
then we
same
got
thing I be telling y'all
subprime
in
lending,
all the
right? So what people
videos.
can do is
But I'm
if
gonna
they
let
got
somebody else
bad
tell it to
credit
y'all so
and
y'all
they
can know
got
that what
some
I be
business
saying is
revenue coming
facts.
in,
Like I say
we can
all
go
this
check out
100%.
lenders like Rock Financial. We go check out banks like On Deck. Now, what they're looking for is that your business has been in business for at least a year and that you're making some revenue. For example, Rock Financial, they only want you to have an average of at least $5,000 a month coming in your business, and your business being in business for 1 year. If you got those two things, they will give you a sack.
Mm.
On Deck, they're looking for a little more money. They're looking for your business to be in business for about 2 years, and then they want you to be bringing about $10,000 a month. So if you got bad credit but you're making money, they will give you high limits.
What is one of the reasons why if a person has everything in order, but these banks are steady denying them? What would be the reason? Is it because like their address, their phone numbers, they don't have an email? Like what is it?
So it could be a number of things. For example, someone might not know that they're in a high risk industry. So for example, people will start credit repair businesses and they name their business whatever. Let's say Batman Credit Repair or Darius Credit Repair. That's gonna be a red flag, and you're not gonna get any funding. It doesn't matter if your credit profile is good,
Mm.
because the lenders deem that a high risk industry, right?
Right.
So I tell people, stay away from names like Credit Repair. Don't have real estate in your name. Don't have cannabis in your business name. Don't have any of those, because those are gonna get you automatically denied or very little.
Okay.
Instead, what I tell you, to use a generic name, worldwide, enterprise, right? Because these are going to get you the highest limits. So if you're looking for a NAICS code, which you have to pick one when you set up your business, make sure you go with consulting or education, because those are getting the highest limits in funding. So
Wow.
when lenders see this, they're going to give you a bigger bag because you're in those industries.
Damn, I never knew that.
Yeah.
So it don't have nothing to do with like the phone number, the
So
addresses and stuff like that.
So when you teach by the book, like as a consultant, I'm telling people go get that, because that'll put you over the top. But the truth is, if you use your regular cell phone number, you can still go get funding, right? What I would tell you in terms of your address, you want to go to like a Opus or a Regis and get a proper business address, because one, it's dangerous to have your home address, because your business is everywhere. People can find it, right? If you got
Yeah.
crazy customers, people pulling up on you, you don't want that. And number two, businesses do look that like that, not as you'll get denied, but you might get less funding, because now you're not operating as a big business. So why are we gonna give you big business funding, right? So
Right.
it'll just lessen the amounts that you get. So I'll tell you, you could go get your business address from Opus or Regis. In terms of your business phone number, you can go to call8.com. Get
Call
you
8.
call 8. Yep, KALL8.com. Get you a simple toll free number, and then if someone is in a position where they have their home address, but they want to switch it, what they can do is they can go to their Secretary of State. They can file an amendment. Once you file that amendment, you purchase your new address. You update it with the new address. Make sure you just call your lenders, update any information where your business address is, and then you good to go.
Oh, okay. So it looks more professional when you are trying to get the loans and the credit cards and stuff.
Absolutely. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
Smart, smart.
Yes, sir.
What else game you got for us, bro?
Man, listen, if y'all want to run a six-figure funding company, the reason a funding company is, in my opinion, the best business is because, one, it's a win-win situation.
Right.
Customers could come to me dead broke, but if their credit is in order and they meet the requirements, we could change their life, right? What happens is I charge 10% of what I get them. So, for example, if someone comes to me, they're trying to bust down a real estate deal, what'll happen is, I'll go to my relationship reps, I'll do a whole funding sequence for them. They receive the cars, they pay us, we send them an invoice. That it's contractual, so they've already signed a contract saying, I agree to make sure that I pay you within 24 to 72 hours.
Right.
Now what happens is we send an invoice, they pay that. Most people think, well, damn, I don't got to follow in like a Bandman, or I don't got to follow in like a Darius. Well, the truth is, I got students who got under 2,000 followers going crazy, doing 20, 30, $40,000 a month because we can leverage relationships.
Right.
For example, if I was like, yo, Bandman, let me come talk to your mentees, give them some free game.
Right.
Free game on business funding. And at the end, let me ask them who wants me to just do it for them. Let's say you only got 3, 4, 5 people who's qualified. If I go get them 100,000 each, that's 500,000. That's gonna be $50,000 in commissions. I'm gonna say, Benjamin, whatever I get them, I'm gonna give you 2 to 3%. Now you walking away with $10,000 for doing no work. So it's a win for you because you don't have to do anything, and it's a win for your customers because you allowed me to give them free value. And it's a win for me because I was able to make my bag, and I was also able to help them get funding, which now turns them up so they can spend on whatever they want to get. So business funding, business is lit because you can literally leverage relationships. If you run a funding company, you could go on Instagram, type in credit repair specialist in the search box, and you can message all those credit repair people. Hey, what's going on? I run a funding company. I see you're doing repair, helping people. How would you like to make an extra $50,000 to $150,000 doing no work, sending me your clients after they're done? Now they get in the bag, you're getting the bag. So
Right.
I tell people funding company is the number one way to change the situation part time. It don't take a whole lot of effort.
Right. Right. So anybody that's watching this right now, saying anybody that's watching, they can basically do this.
Anybody, young, old, no tech skills, no none of that. Working, not working, whatever it may be, anybody can get it in this business.
Felonies.
All that,
Okay.
all that. None
Just
of
got
that
out of jail yesterday.
Just got out yesterday. Just got out today. It don't matter.
Okay.
I teach you
Okay.
I teach you what they're looking for, applications. I show you how to get banking relationship managers, how to connect with these people at different banks so you can push your clients through. I'm gonna show you my social media strategy. I'm gonna get access to my DM scripts. Of course, this is in my higher level stuff, of
Yeah,
course, but
yeah.
just letting y'all know. But all this stuff is anybody at any age can do it.
Smart. Smart. I've been hearing you say something about bank reps. Like, how do that work? Like, how did you even find them?
Absolutely. So, what a banking relationship manager is essentially someone who works at
Tap
the
in,
banks
tap in, like,
directly
share, comment,
working
subscribe, like,
around
share,
the
comment,
clock.
subscribe. Go
The
subscribe to the
way you can
Twitch,
go out and find them
subscribe
is,
to the
and I want to
YouTubes.
give people context. So, the reason you'd want a rep is because it's going to help you get higher limits or your clients, right?
Right.
Now, people think, oh, you got to pay these reps. No, most of the time you don't have to pay these reps because they're already incentivized at their job. Because when they get more credit cards or lines of credit approved,
Right.
they look better at their job. They get
Smart. Smart.
promotions. They get those quarterly commissions. So all we're doing is connecting with them. So what you would do is you would go in the bank, you would talk to people, you would ask a couple questions y'all can ask. Hey, let people know you do business consulting. I do business consulting. I work with clients. I help them grow their business online, right? For example, a lot of them are looking for funding to be able to scale. Can we set up a situation where I send you clients where you can help them get access to this funding? Most times they don't work with people who got good credit because 7 out of 10 people got bad credit. So when I'm the plug who's plugging them in with people who already qualify, which I know because we showed them what they need to get qualified, it's a win-win situation. The rep now gets more money. They look better at their job. The client now is in a better position, and then I'm in a better position because I get to make my money, right? Another
Right.
question y'all could ask is, do you fund people nationwide, or do people have to be in your local area where they have to come into the branch?
Right.
Because that lets you know whether you can run applications through DocuSign. For example, when I connect a rep to a client, I connect them via email. I'll CC the client, and what'll happen is once the introduction part is done, my rep will get on a quick Zoom call with the client, verify they are who they say they are. Of course,
Right.
ask them a couple questions about their business, and then from there they're gonna run them through.
It's hard.
Yes, sir. So y'all can find them on y'all can find them anywhere, but LinkedIn is a lot of places where you'll find the banking reps. Instagram, you can actually find banking reps, and you just want to make sure that you're asking these questions so you can make sure that you get the answers you need to make sure you leverage it.
So banking reps is okay,
Yes, sir.
some real game.
Yeah,
But they don't got to do all that. They just go through you.
that's a fact.
You know
Got
what I
it all
mean?
for 'em.
Because me, I don't got time to go. I'd rather just tap
Making the
in with you.
source.
You know
That's
what I
a
mean?
fact.
No cap.
Now, earlier we were talking about brand new business is getting funded, but what I tell people, one thing we're gonna touch base on is like age corps, right? Like buying businesses that already have age, right? Because a lot of people don't know that you can actually purchase this business that are in age.
Yes, I
Yeah,
want to know about. Because man, I ain't gonna lie. It's a lot of. I don't know about the sauce right now, Reddit with it, but it's a lot of people that don't got that connect.
that's a fact.
You said you got
We
that
got we
connect?
got to connect.
Okay
We
then.
got to
So
connect.
what they need to do?
Absolutely. So the way age corps work, y'all, is there are actually people who have had LLCs who are they're in good standing, but they weren't using them. So what we can do is we can purchase those age corporations,
Okay.
and now we can go get funded as if those businesses 2, 4, 10 years old. So now when a regular person has a brand new business owner, they might get 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 from a lender. Now we could come out and we could go get 50, 60, 70,000 from each lender. So you go to 5 lenders times 50,000. Now we're looking at $250,000, right? And all the age corps, you want to look out, make sure they come with a certificate of good standing or articles of organization, right? So that you know you're not getting played because it's the internet. You got to just
Yeah,
obviously be a
exactly,
little leery.
exactly.
And I'm gonna show you how to source them the right way and things of that nature, so you don't get duped.
Like watch out for the taxes on them and stuff, right?
Exactly, exactly.
So okay, when they get into funding, I notice a lot of people, run into like problems when they're applying for the loans or credit cards about saying certain things on the application,
Yes.
whether they're telling the truth or not. Like, is that a big deal or like? Because I've been noticing a lot of people been getting in trouble. You know
Tap
what I'm
in, like,
saying?
share, comment,
I tell people
subscribe.
this. There's rules to applications, right?
Yeah.
I don't tell nobody to lie, but understand what the questions are asking. For example, if on a business application, when I ask you, what is your business revenue? That question actually means, what do you predict your business is gonna make? So if somebody don't know the sauce we giving them, they gonna go and they gonna put zero because they knew a business. I tell you, no, there's a range. I don't tell people what to put on application,
Yeah.
but I do tell them, what do you predict your business is gonna do this year, right? So
Exactly.
you think your
Yeah.
business is gonna do 150, 200,000? Of course, understand that. Now don't go too crazy saying I'm about to go do $1 million
million,
and
yeah,
funding, because
exactly.
now they're gonna ask for W-2s, tax returns. But there's a range that these lenders look at, and they'll approve you for high limits based on what you put.
Is it easier if I got my tax returns?
Absolutely. So because you can go get pretty much, I don't want to say whatever you want, but now you qualify for those things, because even if they say we need you to send in docs, you can prove that. But most people, they ain't making money already, so they need this no doc funding. But 100%, if you got taxes, it's gonna make it a little easier.
That's for loans or for credit cards?
Credit cards or loans.
Because I be noticing a lot of people they'll just get denied quickly. Like, is
Yeah.
it because of
No, so if you get an instant denial,
Yeah.
right? What I tell people to always do is call and ask for a reconsideration, right? Because a lot of the lenders, if you ask for a reconsideration, they might have denied you for a few reasons. For example, we just got a client like last month.
Yeah.
We got her around 180,000, but from Chase initially they denied her, but her data points is on point, so we was confused. We called, come to find out they weren't looking at her actual report, right? They had put in the wrong social. So what I tell people is, if you don't ask for a reconsideration, you don't even know if they're looking at you. They might see some things on your report that might not be accurate, and if you update them or let them know what's going on with those things, she turned around and she got 12,500. Was it 50,000 we wanted? No, but it's $12,000 more than she would have got.
So she had to call in and say she wanted a reconsideration.
She wanted a reconsideration. Absolutely.
Smart.
Y'all hear that,
Most
right?
lenders have a reconsideration line.
Y'all
Or
hear that, right?
isn't it just better to just go strictly off of pre-approvals?
So I tell people start with the pre-approvals, like, because the pre-approvals will give you an idea of what you're looking at for these limits. So yeah, I would say pre-approvals to start, and more of the pre-approvals are on the personal side, and which is good because foundationally you want to get set up there, because whatever you get on your two highest limit personal credit cards, that's what the business lenders are going to go off. That's why a lot of people start with Navy Fed, because they're going to give you that bag on the personal side, and then you go get one or two more credit unions. Now we got 3 personal credit cards with 10, 20,
Like, share,
30
comment on
percent.
this live. Like,
How do
share, comment
people
on
be
this
getting like
live.
the 80K limits on Navy Federal?
So they built big relationships, right? So for example, you heard of like the Navy Fed pledge loan.
Yeah.
So essentially, a lot of people are doing big pledge loans, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, right? And what you do is, once you build that relationship, now your internal credit score with them goes way up. Not only that, but it reports on your overall report. So now Navy's looking at it as, this person's really looking to build with us. It's like if you with a woman
Oh,
and you committing, right? You committing to
okay.
them a lot, so now they're gonna give you a bigger bag.
Oh, okay. So
Yep.
that's the players play
It's
10 bands
exactly.
and then
Pay
just
down 80%, put the remaining 20% on auto pay over 3 to 6 months. And now what happens is when you go to apply, you're not getting no regular limits because you built that relationship.
right,
Yep.
right, right. Damn, that's hard.
Yes, sir.
I never even knew about that.
Yep.
I mean, like I said, a lot. I be making so much cash
Yeah.
that I end up forgetting about the credit.
Credit.
But then I be like, nah, what the hell am I doing? I can go get free credit. Like, but nah, nah, that's the play though for sure.
Yes, sir.
So it's gonna be a lot of sauce on the challenge y'all
Oh
got
yeah, we
for
break it.
sure.
We going there. If y'all thought this was good, I promise you the 5 day gonna go even crazier. Like
Yeah,
we just probably talk for what 45 minutes, 50
yeah,
minutes. But we gonna give you 5 days of this, y'all. Like if you like money, you need to be there. Only way you wouldn't be there is if you hate money. So make sure that y'all click the link in his bio, man. We
yeah.
gonna go crazy.
And definitely with the credit card play though, like a lot of y'all need credit cards, a lot of y'all need loans. Bro, I'm gonna break it down to y'all step by step.
That's a fact.
I mean, I'm learning right here. I'm like, damn, like,
Yep.
so I know I'm not, if I'm learning, they gonna be learning as well.
And I,
You
and,
feel me?
and I know people be out there and they gonna listen to this, and some people are still gonna be like, "Nah, but I'm not him," or "Nah, I can't do it." But I'm
Yeah,
telling y'all, 2 years ago, I was literally dead broke trying to figure this thing out, and credit was the thing that changed my life. So people ask like, "Well, why do you teach? Why don't you just do?"
yeah,
And the reason I teach is because I'm trying to get someone who's at where I was 2 years ago, because
yeah.
I know what it's like to be stuck. I know what it's
Right.
like you around the way and people is just telling you, yeah, you could do this, do that, but nobody really telling you how to do it. You feel me? A
Yeah.
lot of people is telling you what, but not the how. So I'm big on just making sure that people get to it, because you know how it go. The more you help people, the more money you're gonna make. That's a byproduct. So we're not even worried about that. If I just help more people get to their next level, then the money's gonna come as a byproduct. So
For sure.
yeah.
Hey, Famous and Wealthy Podcast, my
Yes,
boy.
sir.
Hey, so give them all the links that they can go, tap in with and all that.
For sure. At Darius Benders on Instagram, YouTube.
Hey man, I keep trying to tell y'all, y'all be trying to think this credit is a game, and y'all be trying to think getting funded is a game. Y'all be thinking like all this stuff that I be saying is a game. Y'all be thinking all this that I be talking about credit cards, loans, credit cards, lines of credit, trade lines, all how to get this, how to do that step by. I really be serious. The same stuff that I'm kicking, other people are kicking the same game. It's just me. I'm doing a little bit more raw, a little bit more uncut, and I'm really getting into the nitty gritty way how you can really get funded, get loans, credit cards, lines of credit, how to really get established, how to really get the funds that you need to succeed and win in life when it comes to your new small startup business. It's a lot of people out there that's looking to get funding. It's a lot of people out there that's looking to get cash. And it's like he said, when it comes to getting loans, credit cards, and lines of credit, it's personal credit, then you got business credit. Everybody's getting loans and everything on the business side. Nobody's trying to get loans, credit cards, or lines of credit on the personal side because that's for emergency purposes only. So everything that you get on the business side is meant for you to spend and make more money. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't understand that. That's why you get more money when it comes to the business, because you it's more fun, there's more things that you can do with that money. All right. So make sure y'all really tapping in with the personal credit, I mean the business credit, getting y'all businesses together, getting established, because you can get no doc loans with bad credit, utilizing your personal credit towards your business credit. You can get all this and start your business and start to grow. All right. So make sure y'all tapping in, man. It's your boy King Hustle, man. We gonna be going live. So I'm gonna go right back live. So I'm probably gonna do a hacker video or a credit video or some video, but we going back live. So make sure y'all stay in tune, man, and make sure y'all subscribe and hit the notification bell so y'all won't miss on these lives, these freebies, and this free cash that I be getting out with these cash apps. All right, so make sure y'all tapping in, man. It's your boy King Hustle. Make sure you're gonna subscribe to the Twitch right now, King Hustle Live. Make sure you're gonna subscribe to the YouTube, King Hustle Live, King Hustle X1M, and King Hustle Crazy Reactions, and King Hustle Crazy Reactions. All right, so go run that up right now, man. It's your boy King Hustle. I see y'all live in about 10, 15 minutes. Peace. So go subscribe to that Twitch.